Hey yo, we back with another episode of Burn After Rolling. My name is BT. Today we got Marv in the building.
Yes, sure.
Today we got Magic in the building.
What's going on? What's going
Ken
on?
Rock, you don't stop on the cam. And today we got an old friend back from a little hiatus, man. What's going on? We got my guy Pharm in the building.
What's good? What's good?
Talk to me, bro. Let's get right into it. What happened? Where you been? What's the deal? You know what I mean? We'll talk about it.
This guy's.
We're gonna talk about it in regards of what exactly? Like
Bro, let it out. Let's talk about it.
Just,
you know what I mean?
life or like
Yeah.
what happened?
We can talk about. Well, I mean, realistically, I don't know how much realistically life would affect your status on here. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, unless like you went through like some major event, and you had to take time away.
Nah.
I guess we can talk about what happened.
But start it off because I mean I feel like we all have different outtakes on.
Yeah, I mean, and that's really what it's here for. It's not here to debate or argue or anything like that.
That's a fact.
But you know, I feel that we were moving at two different speeds and two different idealistics, and I think that I needed to move the way I needed to move because it was the way it needed to be moved, and you felt like it should have been moved quicker, but I'm like, me personally, and I'll be honest, I don't have like patience. And I don't not even patience. I don't necessarily I don't care to argue at all times or care to have to check up on people. I'd rather one, do it myself, or two, not do it at all. You know, argue or even check up on people. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I was having the conversation with you before, you know, about if things don't get done, you know, you got to do it yourself. It all, you know, kind of falls on you. You know what I'm saying? But so you can speak your narrative.
Nah, yeah. The way you broke it down, I thought you were gonna get like super specific. I like how you kept it very general, but
I mean,
that's the
I'll
best
keep
way.
it specific. I mean, I'll keep it general for now unless you want to get. I mean, there's no specifics for me personally because
Yeah.
like it wasn't like you did one specific thing that just killed it over the top. Where I was like, oh, we gotta let this guy go. I feel like it was more or less like we were. You know, it was just we were bickering, we were arguing.
It was creative
We were-
differences. That's the
yeah,
best.
and-
Honestly, like
yeah.
the best way in my opinion to explain it. It was creative differences. We both are creative individuals. We both had a vision for your product. We both have products. That's the thing, and we both tried to implement what I do as well as what you do into yours. And you do move at a different speeds, and that was relatable completely. It was actually on me for trying to go up, not above and beyond. I don't want to make it seem like that, but I was doing a little too much and expecting what I was putting out to be utilized as much as I was working on it. So it was tough. And with editing and everything else that I had to do, like he wanted shit done like immediately. And things do take time. So on top of life and everything I had to do, work, etc., it kind of got in the way of editing and when he wanted certain things out. That's one of them. But creative differences probably was the biggest thing because we both wanted things to pop. We were both, we are influenced by what we see.
Yeah.
And we wanted to kind of put our own little twist on it, like what everybody does, and bring it to this product to make it as great as it can be and as great as it is now. Look at it. So, it was just one of those things. Nothing hurt the friendship. Granted, niggas did take time away, but that happens. That's life.
And it really wasn't even like a real time away, because it was like we were still kind of we still like hung out. It just wasn't like every week because we were, on camera every week or it kind of just went back to kind of how the things were before working together. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, it was no love lost. You know what I mean? We kind of never really had a conversation about it, but it wasn't really like, we both knew it wasn't personal and we both knew that it was more or less like, I mean, we had enough bickering in the group chats and shit, you know what I mean? Like so we kind of had some sort of understanding, you know what I mean? I will say one thing. Involving Coco into your arguments, who is a third party realistically, I was like, this nigga got Coco on his side. He don't understand. Like, that's like, that was like a cheese. You know?
I mean,
Like a cheese.
I get where you're coming from, but the only reason that even happened, because of course I knew you before Coco, so it wasn't like I'm using him to get my point across. It was more so like me and him.
To him. Yeah.
No, not even more so of a vent. It was me and him agreed on certain things, and that's what we spoke on. We never really, like, granted, there has been times we chopped it up on the phone, yo, what's going on, how you doing, so on and so forth. But a majority of the conversations that we had during that Burn After Rolling season was, yo, let's, try and do this, let's try and do that to improve the show, because we know we bring certain demographics that could possibly help the show. But, we there's nothing wrong with wanting it to grow organically with the audience that it has and expanding from there like everybody else. So that's all it really was.
I just felt that, I don't need certain things. And I don't really. We're funny enough and we're cool enough, and I personally feel that what we do is cool enough that we can just survive off of short clips that just whatever. And we don't need like extra crazy shit. We don't need like don't get me wrong, that shit's needed at times, like for memes and for certain things. But me personally, I just didn't feel like I needed certain animations and certain whatever. I just wanted it basic and calm, and you know what I mean, where it gets the point across. You know what I mean?
Because that's where it was. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Wanted to, not to interrupt, I wanted to implement commercials. That's one of the things. And there was kind of no need for it to be like that. I mean, the show is great as is, but that was like I mentioned earlier, the influences that we have watched and tried to bring to this product. That's what they kind of done. They put in commercials of what they do outside of the studio, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
On top of that, like not to get into the statistics of things, but it would kind of build another following or make the followers that the people that watch your show feel a little bit more attached to you or more like friends. You know what I'm saying? What do they do outside of the studio? Oh, we're playing basketball, we're playing football, like we're playing video games, and other people have interests. And obviously, people that watch the show, they might have similar interests as well. That which we throw in the commercial.
Well, a lot of shit was never. That's one thing that always got to be accounted for. A lot of shit wasn't necessarily just off the table. A lot of shit just wasn't in the cards at the moment. You know what I mean? A lot of shit was just, we have to get to it. We have to. I or somebody has to figure it out how to do it technologically. One of us have to. Everything has to be figured out, and it all has to be paid for, and it all has to be, actually executed at that point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because
how many times have we we did a live stream and shit got fucked up. We did, we've done regular podcasts and shit gets fucked up. You know what I mean? So things just get messed up regardless. You know what I mean? And so like to be able to do certain things, and especially like now adding on the fact of that I work full time, I go to school full time. You know what I mean? You guys all work full time jobs and shit. Like it all adds on to the fact of editing time and then gigabytes and shit like that. Like, bro, listen, niggas don't got time to do a lot of certain shit, so we gotta do certain shit a certain way.
That's a fact.
And don't get me wrong, and don't get it fucked up. Like, yeah, there's ways to get it within our program and everything. Like, trust the production will be up. Like once we get into our full stride and really are like good, and not that we feel that we're not good in this place, but I feel like we're not fully set up yet.
Yeah.
Once I feel like we're fully set up and everything's fully done, then I can kind of take a step back from building upon this and building upon the production. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and kind of split those responsibilities.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily like something like that I'm like, we're gonna do it this way, this boring way. Like I watch other podcasts, obviously, and I see a lot of cool shit. I don't necessarily want to follow anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? I kind of want to stay true to myself. You know what I mean? And, if other people's visions and things, they do usually like expanding, obviously, bro, if I can make a Tonight Show set, we can fucking do it. You know what I mean? If I can make a fucking 60-minute set, then fucking we can do. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you got to get what you work with. You know what I mean? We started off in the living room. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And
facts.
And so it's just like it's a lot. Like to grow, to even feel the confidence to even do something like this. You know what I mean? Like to have the business plan of building a studio to that is able to be rented out to other people. You know what I mean?
It's dope.
Yeah, like to have that whole business model. That shit is, it took time to do.
That's a whole fact.
And
not to interject, but one thing I do want to add on, not to harp on our situation, but Ben, it's not like he didn't reject any of the ideas. It just wasn't the right time.
Yeah,
put that out there.
Yeah, I mean, some shit was rejected.
When
niggas had to like finish him, like shit, I was like, nah, that shit's a dub. We don't need that. But like that was, that was also in the era of trial and error. I feel like now at this point we have a formula down as far as what we do and how we do things, and it's like at this point anyone stepping in sees what's done, and you can pretty much follow that, path. It's not like the hardest. Like it gets tedious, but it's not the hardest path, and it's not the hardest thing to do. You know what I mean? Now
Yeah.
at this point, like a lot of it, season one was a lot of it was experimentation. A lot of it was good business moves, bad business moves. Fucking, two different my crib, and then two different studios. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of
movement.
ups and downs.
That's a fact.
I get that.
That is a fact.
It was a lot of fucking learning. It was
a lot.
Listen, man, but it's all about the get back. You know what I'm saying? It's not how many
of
times
course.
you're knocked down, and not to be too cliche, but it is what it is. That's real
Yeah,
shit.
you know
That's
what I
real
mean.
shit.
But speaking of get back, because you kind of you at your moment we split. You kind of went down your own path and started doing your own thing. So how about you fill people in on what you had going on in that maybe let's just say year and some change hiatus.
Yeah, and some change hiatus. Of course, just normal, regular life shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Ben mentioned earlier, work. We all do full-time jobs and shit like that. So of course, that's a majority of my time. But recreationally, when it comes to maybe recording or some type of entertainment, do the Three Bleezy show. I play semi-pro football, as a majority of my friends know. We shout out to Spin Move 360. Yeah, even when you played, he used to come to record our games, record everybody's games. We used to watch film, and now he's rocking with us. He's bringing his camera. He's doing the best that he can, as well as the other two Bleezy. Shout out to Haunch Bleezy. Shout out to Steph Bleezy. It's fun. It's very fun. We just did our third, I believe our fourth season actually.
Okay.
And now we're getting ready for the summer run.
So, man, listen, you're being humble. Let's not just talk about the Bleezy show, nigga. What did you shoot in between all that, too?
Oh yeah. You guys talk
Oh,
about that. You gotta talk about
right.
that.
Because I'm sitting here like,
You
yeah,
gotta
that's
talk
cool,
about
that's
that.
cool, that's cool.
Yeah,
yeah,
my son was on. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I want to say, 2021, opportunity came across my semi-pro not my organization, but the team that I play for, the New York Patriots. True TV came knocking on the door, and they wanted to do a reality TV show. I'm not sure how it came to be, but teams throughout the tri-state area, mainly New York, not so much.
What is the
Jersey.
reality TV show on?
Oh, it's on. What do you mean, like platform True TV?
No. What is it on? Like, what is it about? Like,
it's about semi-pro. The ups and downs of semi-pro, winning, losing. It's about football, but as opposed to it being like hard. Well, it's kind of like a Hard Knocks. You know what I'm saying?
It's Hard Knocks,
like
but it's also
Okay.
deeper than just football. Like, because Hard Knocks just shows football and maybe home life, but it doesn't show niggas having a full-time job. It doesn't show the struggles per se of a semi-pro guy, because a semi-pro guy is different. Like, you going out there on Saturday getting fucked up, getting smacked
and then you
up,
gotta go to work.
and then you got to go to work on Monday.
Facts.
All right, now, matter of fact, you're absolutely right. Like the trials and tribulations that come with, actually playing semi-pro football, they're real, because you do have to work, a job, unless the team is paying you good enough to where it takes care of your rent and you're saving money for X, Y, Z to live your life, whatever.
But is there teams? And what is the real, let's just say number of people that really are getting that treatment of getting paid a real salary, like a real life? You know what I mean? Is that never? God, I know it's never.
Well, here's the thing. There's different levels of semi-pro. Some like to call it minor league football just to make it sound a little better. But it really depends. Like arena, of course, they get paid.
Well, that's
not handsomely.
that's a little different. You would consider that. Well, I think personally for me, like you would consider semi-pro football those who are either not being paid or paying to play.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's what I assumed, honestly.
I don't know about Pharm's perspective, but I know in my time, per se, I didn't pay. Like, if I did pay, maybe it might have been like a $40 like ref fee, like once or twice. You know what I mean? Like, usually it was just like if I was not to say I was like the best, because I wasn't. Like, I was good enough to not be pressed to be paid. You know what I mean? But there was other people. They were just on the team. they were niggas on the team that just paid the fees. Like they were like the.
Well, I forgot the term that we call them, like walking league fees or some shit.
Walking league
these are the type of niggas that come to the team. They pay their fees to play, and by fees I mean they get their uniform. The money goes to the league for the giant pot, because at the end of the season the winner gets that money.
Okay.
It usually covers travel expenses, but some organizations do it differently, which you have to pay extra out of pocket for. And I think that might be about it. I'm
something like that.
I think that's about it.
Ref fees, league fees.
Nah, yeah, because some organizations do run it
like
different. Like when we did it, we didn't have to pay. Like depending on, I think our first year we didn't have to pay league ref fee.
I think because ref fees were rolled into the league fee, and I also think that Ray was balling at that time.
Oh, okay.
Like it also like has to do with how well your owner's doing it right, like how deep his pockets may be.
Yeah,
because,
I guess so.
Like one thing I can never be a fucking owner because I know those niggas take hit. If you want to have a good team, you're gonna have to let a lot of niggas play for free.
Oh yeah,
You're gonna have to let,
yeah.
or maybe have to
I'm
pay
assuming,
a lot of niggas some money.
I'm about to say that too. I was gonna say that too.
Listen, that's the reality.
That's really
of it,
what
bro.
it is.
I know some players, and I'm not even gonna say what they did in the past before they played semi-pro because then people watching will know. But you know, if you're good, if you're really good, and you're the type of person that can actually galvanize a team and put some wins on the board, put some points on the board, or maybe even get some stops to prevent the points, you could get paid, or you can just play for free.
I mean, I definitely got offered. What team was it? RIP to the Red Raiders, man. They offered to pay me Remember the year I was kind of beefing? Like we played semi-pro for like 4 years, 5 years type shit. If
together,
anyone don't know, Remember the second year we played, and I was kind of beefing with coaches like about. I don't even remember why I was beefing with
the second year you played. That's 2013.
I just remember I walked out on a couple games type shit. Like I got mad, like bullshit, bunch of bullshit happened. I just remember I was beefing with the coaches one year, and I remember the owner of the Red Raiders like offered to pay me and shit. He was like, "Yo, next week if you come play with us, you know, we'll pay you, we'll this, we'll that." Because I was a beast. I was like, especially after coming off of my first year, I was beasting. Like I was really beasting. You know,
I remember you was all,
like,
you was an all-star team and all that.
I think that honestly, if my career trajectory, I think I started off really well, and I think I like kind of just maybe didn't do as good every year from there. I mean, maybe until I switched to O-line full time. Like, you know what it is? I started my career high, and I ended my career high. You know, so it kind of like never looked like I did bad. Really.
Okay,
that's a fact.
And fizzled out trash. You know, a lot of niggas do that. You know,
nah, because he ended on a chip.
On a chip, so, on a chip.
Not stunned on that.
And I ended up like with a. If you had to grade me like on an O-line level, because I started off D-line and went and finished on O-line. If I on an O-line level, if you graded me out, I graded out pretty high. Like I didn't let much tackles for loss go. I only let like 1 or 2 sacks go that year. So like I just happened to play. Like I had good matchups, may it be whatever.
Yeah,
I had a damn good season. But nonetheless, you know, so. That coming off that first year, my fucking, you know, my hype train was kind of high, and it's funny because like, it's funny how you can see like people get wrapped up. It's no matter what level of celebrity you may be at, like people still get wrapped up in it because like the semi-pro life, like it makes a bunch of local like little minuscule celebrities, bro, and it's just funny because you'll see niggas like grown men, like real. It's like real grown men that work like at the sanitation department be like a big ass fan of like a nigga that works at like TSA.
That shit is weak,
bro. That shit is fucking jokes. I'd be like, bro, and it was fun. I've seen niggas fan out for other niggas, and I'd be like, yo, nigga, what?
Yeah,
like, this nigga works. This
really?
Nigga works.
Yeah,
wow, that's
this
crazy.
Nigga works in the post department, nigga. This nigga's a mailman. The fucking.
Well, the worst part about it is some niggas be crazy nice in football. They don't even got a job, so they fanning over somebody that's little do they know.
A fucking bum.
Wow.
Little do they know. You know what I'm saying? Niggas only come to the field. Like some niggas come to the field fresh, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But most people just either come with their shit on already, or some people normally come, you know, with their shorts or sweatpants, t-shirt or wife beater, and get dressed and play. But you don't know what they do outside of football, especially if they don't talk like that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? But if they're good, there is a fan base. There is probably people talking about them on Facebook forums, and
that's
what
a
Ben
fact.
said. They could be a bum.
A whole bum. That shit is fucking funny as hell, son. And yo, bro, but back to you know but back to the show though, man, because we were kind of got off topic just talking about semi-pro life.
Nah, it's
because that shit. I mean, that shit all kind of does apply, but like,
it definitely does apply for sure.
On the camera, was there any fights? Because I know we've seen a lot.
Nah, no fights on camera. At least not. I haven't been to all the games where the cameras were, so I can't say there were fights everywhere. But I'm pretty sure everybody was in their best behavior just because the cameras were there.
Which is crazy because yo, bro, like, nigga, I've so many fucking times, bro. Like you, like we've and you usually get like a little bit of a pep talk, especially if like it maybe halftime if like things are getting a little chippy. Your coach will be like, "Yo, we gotta win this game. Everyone, calm it down, bro." You'll just see one crash dummy, bro. It's always that one crash dummy, bro. And mind you, it's almost like, but it's like a mind. But semi-pro is like a minefield, bro. Like you watched Last Chance U?
Yep, I was about to.
You
I was
seen
just
how
about to bring that up.
fragile those kids' mindsets were?
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
only imagine.
It's even worse in semi-pro because a lot of these niggas know this is where it ends for them.
Yeah.
A lot of these niggas know their
Yeah.
opportunities are shot after this.
Pop.
So these niggas just crash at bro.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yo, bro, and it's
All
crazy
fun.
because like
And
you
at the end
see
of the day,
like
it's all for the love of the game.
it's for the love of the game, but is it for the
that's
love of the game? A lot of this shit be a dick measuring competition sometimes, bro. Because you'll see like
That's
niggas,
part of the game, though.
Is
Pause.
it? I mean, I guess, nigga, we've seen.
I'm
Like,
just saying.
bro.
That
There's
shit
even been
sounds
instances like I can even say like there's even been instances where like I felt like I had to bring my shit to the field, bro. And I'm like, damn, nigga, like this is football.
Yeah,
bro.
what to the
Like,
your shit from the street to the field?
nigga, I had to bring my strap to the field. Nigga,
Oh,
you
you're
feel me?
strapped to. I'm like,
Like,
what?
nigga, there was a few times, nigga, I brought my strap to the field, and it's like, that was my last year playing, and I'm like,
Yo, listen, he's not the only one though, bro.
yeah, I'm
Like,
not the
there's
only
been-
one.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking.
come on
this,
now. Yeah.
This didn't happen
Come
on a
on.
TV show, but I'm talking. I've seen niggas run on the field in the middle of a squabble with their hand in a bag or they hand under their jersey, like acting like they concealing something, or unless they really do got something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like I've seen some shit happen on the field.
And the thing about
believe that
semi-pro, bro, it's
100%.
different. It like, bro,
Shout out to Kenny, man. He played too.
a lot of niggas, facts. A lot of niggas, like, especially younger niggas, bro, they come in thinking that this is like, you know, playing high school, playing like college.
nigga.
Like, yo, cause like I straight up say, like, niggas that play college ball, bro, they like, especially like at the D2, D3 level, bro, these niggas played dirty and they was wild and doing one bit of crazy pinching niggas,
Yeah, that's a fact.
stabbing niggas with,
I
bro,
can
in high
imagine.
school, bro, in our team,
Mhm.
niggas used to carry around the little bobby pin
Weak.
and would stab
Oh,
niggas
yeah, I remember
with the
that
bobby
shit.
pin, with really,
Crazy.
you feel me, with the bobby
Crazy.
pin, son.
Weak.
Like,
Niggas is
you
toxic.
can't bring those tactics to grown man football, bro, because niggas will really waste you out there,
Yeah,
bro.
facts.
Bro, we're talking
I
an
believe it.
environment where like there's all types of people, different types of
And
backgrounds.
you don't know who's in the crowd.
You don't know who screws loose or who screws tight. You don't know who's gonna like.
Yeah,
you know,
no, I
like,
believe
it's just
it.
one of those environments, bro.
I believe
It's
it.
wild. Like
The sport is already dangerous itself, and then you add people that don't think straight to it.
exactly.
Bro,
The
that's
Do you
most-
think
the most
that-
irrational?
and this is
thinking
why
people
and this is
in
why
a-
when you asked me that one time to play any type of anything over there, I said, "Nah, I'm straight, bro. I've been to games. I've been to a game that
This
y'all
nigga
were
was
play-
at every game.
I've been
Shout out
to a
to Magic,
game where
man.
y'all where an ambulance went on the field. Once that happened, because there was some thought, a little bit, like this much maybe. Once that happened, I said, "Nah, I'm straight."
Mark is
I'm
not
good.
with the one thing
I'm
about
not
one
good with
thing
none
that
of that, bro.
Magic is not with is just getting injured.
Yeah, I'm
Nah,
I
not.
watched
I'm
this
not
nigga
with
try
that.
out for football in high school, bro. This nigga
Yo, bro.
rolled his ankle. He was done.
Bro, it wasn't even that made me fucking stop though.
Yo, that's
It was fucking
ridiculous.
I forgot the coach's name. That nigga was just yelling and screaming the whole time. I couldn't do it.
The
Bro.
nigga rolled his ankle and they asked him to push himself, and they said he's like, nah.
I was like, this.
Said
It was
nah.
mainly that. It was mainly that coach, bro. I was like, I can't deal with that.
Good on that.
But what coach that yelled that we have on varsity?
OD, like
Nah, he was on
Oh,
JV9. He
whatever
was
the
on 10th
hell,
grade.
whatever the hell it was. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I
It
know
was
that
some
coach,
shit like
that
that,
coach was the
yeah.
main reason why I said no, because I'm not no.
It wasn't Coach Hansen.
I
No.
might have been. I
But
don't know.
nonetheless, man, yeah, like football is definitely a tough sport. And like what you were saying earlier, nobody wants to get hurt. So I feel you on that. But just, some people just,
Bro,
it's
that's
the
it.
adrenaline rush in it, I guess, or, just
Bro,
the love of
I've
the
seen-
game. Like what
So-
when
I've seen
earlier.
enough.
So the
Niggas get hurt in basketball too.
No, that's a whole fact.
So the overall experience of of that filming of the TV show, did they ever? You ever got the film? They ever tried to like stir drama up or anything like that?
All the time. Like they would try and have people, and I'm not sure who did it. I'm not sure who didn't, but when it came to the recording sessions, like maybe they would send this out to the studio in Staten Island. Not everybody, just a few people, and they would try and coach, the players, me and a few other guys, to say other things, which would probably prompt other shit that they would see in the show.
What do you mean?
And
They
I'm
were
not
like
with that.
before you guys would get on camera, they'd say, "Oh, this, that," or like you felt like the way they would ask you certain questions, they would try to coerce you into saying certain things.
Yeah, basically. It wasn't like we had full-blown conversations and they were recording us. It was more so like they'll ask, like where Kenny's sitting at. They'll ask me a question. I'll answer. They'll be like, yo, answer it like this or say this. And we heard such and such and such. How do you feel about that? It's like an interview. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Which it technically is.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't like, not like I'm sitting on the couch with Oprah and we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
It's like me, green screen, whatever they put behind me, and we're just chopping up about other shit. They had me talking about, we all, well, not everybody, but G Block, one of the best players. He was actually voted the best player in semi-pro not too long ago.
He's nice.
Yeah, like a tri-state, not even tri-state. I think it was West Coast and East Coast. They made a poll, they voted, And the player that resides in Brooklyn is one of the best players in the United States in semi-pro football.
I'm not gonna hold you. I've seen this nigga like literally run to one side of the field, juke every D lineman and maybe linebacker that comes up, that steps up for the sack, and be on the other side of the field, run backwards again, and then like throw a 50-yard touchdown bomb. Like, it's the most craziest thing that I've ever seen in my life.
Craziest thing ever. But the main reason I bring him up is because the people that were interviewing me, they were asking me questions like, we heard G Block has 10 kids, 11 kids. How do you feel?
Oh, that's
right.
But honestly, bro, you can't be surprised by that at all. You know how that reality TV shit goes.
Yo, nigga, that's been a rumor for years,
that's
bro.
That's a whole fact. So I'm happy that you basically like just check that off.
Yeah, I knew what type of time they
check
were on.
Check that off, because I expect that, bro. That's crazy.
Nah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like me already going into there and check, because it's not like I asked somebody, hey, what's gonna happen? What type of questions they're gonna ask me? Like I already knew. Why I just kind of guessed, but I was like, yo, they're probably gonna coach me into saying other shit I don't want to say. And some of my teammates at the time who was on the New York Patriots with me, they fell for it. They bit the cheese. You know what I'm saying? So,
niggas out there ratting.
Not ratting, but they fell for the trap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my nigga Josh. He bit the cheese. You know what I'm saying? But
yo, all right.
But the reality TV show shit is funny. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny. But I can't wait for it to
feel that the reality, like, so all right, you seen how they were trying to maybe make some situations out of something, make some drama out of something.
OD.
When I was around for my reality TV experience, I know that the producers, like, all right, for example, my manager at the time, he had a mixtape release party for one of his clients. I happened to be there, and they had said, like, there was like a shorty that was basically trying to fuck with him, like, on camera. And I guess the episode prior, because I guess I remember watching it, and like watching the episode prior, the shorty tried to fuck with him. He kind of like dubbed it on camera.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened off camera, but he the producers told her to go to his event, like afterwards, like during the event, like mid event, like caused the whole scene. Shorty had to get carried out. Like, she was like yelling and screaming, crying, broke down, heels broke in the middle of the fucking on the corner. Like, oh yeah, we was like sitting on like Junction Boulevard, like. And
you're saying it's scripted, or you're saying that they stirred the pot?
They stir the pot.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So do you feel that
I ain't biting no cheese, my nigga?
Do you feel that it kind of takes that reality out of reality television?
For sure, but the thing about it is the viewers at home would never know that. I mean, at the end, I mean, we can all tell like when shit might be real, when shit might be fake, but. It's just, or, things happen perfect timing, like in the situation in which you mentioned. But that's too much.
That wasn't perfect timing, though. The producer said, shorty, be here at 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, but I mean, but to the naive people on the other side of the screen, they would never know that. They would think that, of course, that person got word, came to the party or whatever you was talking about, and then caused that scene. But producers do pull strings like that for sure.
Was that shit 100%. When they were filming, was it like on wires and shit like that too, or no?
On wires meaning like
what, like the cameras, like the NFL, like on wire cameras, so they kind of were just like.
Oh no, nah, that'd be fire actually.
That's what I'm saying, like that, yeah.
Nah. What actually happened was they would have like maybe 7 or 8 cameramen around the field, all walking around and shit like that.
That's hard.
Some would be like maybe 20 yards behind the quarterback, and nobody behind the defense, of course, because anybody can score. But when it's time for that guy to move out the way, they'll run off the field, obviously cut off that camera, go to another one, so on and so forth. So however they record it, it's going to be dope. But I'm pretty sure they had at least 6, 7, 8 angles out there recording the game. Yeah, and on top of that,
they have additional 8 cameras. That's fire. That's hard.
For sure.
That's dope.
And, they have additional cameras like getting the sideline. I'm just talking from a game experience. Practice is totally different. When it came to practice, they had maybe 3 cameras there shooting different sections. Like we go over specials, offense, defense, split us up, and they would pull certain guys to the side. Hey, how do you feel about this team coming up? How do you feel about the opponent that you just played? How do you feel about your performance? What do you do? What do you need to do to improve your game? So on and so forth. Just like questions like that. Questions that would want the crowds watching to engage with the person that's talking to them. Like, it's pretty cool.
Now, did you have any good highlights in this season?
I had a few. Is it up to me if they're gonna put them on TV? I hope. Well, it's not up to me, but I hope they do use them for sure. I know for a fact the most footage of me I have is one during practice and one game against the Predators. The Predators game was like the team. Of course, we made that a tribute game to Coach D. Right. We won that game, so of course we had a nice little like a little crying session at the end. Not really crying, but we were all just huddled up and saying a prayer. Giving our condolences to the coach and his family that was there. And in practice, I was mic'd up, and like I told you guys earlier off camera, we didn't have a good attendance at practice, so I got some quarterback reps on the.
All
right. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
It was a good experience.
And the worst part is, bro, if they happen to get that practice, like. They're gonna make you look as dirt as possible.
Yo, bro, I'm not
gonna make you look as dirt as possible. Like,
listen.
You know how they do it. You know how they do it with the fucking when they try to show drama on TV.
Yeah.
Like they always get the low lights.
Bro, listen.
Did you see this guy? When did he bring footballs in here? I never saw this.
Bro,
I got a couple. You know what I'm saying? I bought two. I bought one of the good ones that I just got, and I actually just got this one not too long ago too. But I wanted to leave a little present for the studio. Something y'all could think. I'm gonna put the good one up there.
You throw it up here, bro. Throw it on the
I'm
table.
gonna leave the good NFL.
No, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it.
For sure. I'm gonna leave this one up top though. You know what I mean? But yeah, burn after rolling. You know the vibes, mundo. Yeah.
Yo, honestly, bro, and this, so you have those like football mounts and those helmet mounts.
Yeah.
Bro, them shits is hard, dog. In your crib.
I appreciate it.
Are fire, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah. At the end,
you kind of inspired me. You made me want to do that shit, low key. I did that with the dominatrix mask.
What the fuck? Yo, what? What? With the dog tongue and everything. Yo, you different, weak. King. All right.
You don't remember Victoria?
Yeah. I remember Victoria.
She's a dominatrix, bro.
Yeah, she's a dominatrix.
I heard.
She came here. She left that mask.
Oh, she left a gift. Wow.
Yeah.
so does she put on the mask?
No, she has niggas put on that mask. I had her talk to me like a dominatrix one time.
Did she sanitize it, the mask?
I mean,
she
that's said when at first I was
nor do I care. I
was a little he didn't put the mask on, so he doesn't care. I was apprehensive.
I'm not putting that fucking mask on.
I was very apprehensive upon putting the mask on, but before I put it on, she's like, "Oh, it's sterile, it's clean." I was like, "All right, bet." All right. I trusted her on this one, so if a bum comes up, I'm on your ass.
Watch out for those.
I'm on your ass.
That's funny.
Nah, never.
But shout out to Victoria, man.
Speaking of bum bumps, Marv really wanted to talk about this topic because I know you're very excited about it. But
wait, is the keyword bum?
No, not bum. It's not necessarily bum, but you could. But I mean, if you have a partner and you sleep with a different partner, it could lead to a bum bump.
Oh, it could. Yeah, it might. Yeah.
No Jumper host Adam.22.
Oh, dweeb.
He recently allowed his wife to sleep with another man for content. Now this is now if you're asking me like on a real like non-judgmental like I didn't know nothing about him but just heard the situation. It's basically asking, would you let your wife fuck another dude for like $1 million or more? Because basically that's what she's gonna make probably.
Yeah.
All right, now let me ask you a question.
But wait, hold on. I want to add to that. I do want to add to that real quick before we start. It's would you let a nigga fuck your wife for $1 million, but it's her money?
Oh,
it's not coming back to you.
Yeah,
so now I want to now let you.
Nigga, I'm assuming that's the situation.
That's what I was gonna ask because it's like if I let my wife, if I let a nigga fuck my wife for $1 million, after I break up with her, am I still gonna PC that $1 million? That was my question. But
no,
I mean,
that's her bread.
We don't know. They're married. They're married.
That's true. Yeah,
they're married. So
we
don't know. We don't know their situation.
I need to know that because if I need to see the contract. If that's not a stipulation,
no.
Well,
he has nothing to do with that contract. I'm sure.
If you're thinking on your feet, you can probably like get that at least half of that $1 million. You can over like 5 years. You could probably get her to low key spend $100,000.
Bro,
it's like a 5 year $500,000 contract.
Nah.
5 years.
You gotta at least be with her for another 5
years.
You gotta be with her for at least another 5 years just to milk that $500,000 out of her.
Nah, King.
For one scene though.
Bro, at the end of it, bro.
20-minute scene.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
At the end of the day, it's a different mind state for people.
See now,
because it's a question for me. Because I obviously like she's just fucking for the $1 million basically.
Yeah.
So if you asking me, am I getting $1 million and allowing her to violate the sanctity of our relationship to fuck somebody else for content?
But the thing is,
I need that money.
But see how you said violate the sanctity. That he's not thinking. They're not thinking about it like that. that. That's the thing.
Yeah,
his
bro.
narrative.
See how you said that?
Like
It's different here.
It's
different
in
here.
his narrative.
It's not that.
Yeah, in his narrative,
It's not.
he fucks other girls.
Yeah.
And they
I'm
fuck
I'm
girls
sure
together.
he's fucked hundreds
yeah.
he's fucked hundreds and thousands of women, bro, and she's aware of that. So
Like
it's not
not hundreds of thousands like on her account. Like mind you, like the past 7 years apparently they've been like, they've been doing shit on camera together. He did a couple dolo scenes.
Well, even if you want to say
but-
off camera, because he said it off camera in the interview with Whack 100, he said that. He said before
yeah.
that, like before
I mean,
their relationship.
Yeah, nigga, but that's before the
that's
relationship.
before
No.
the
I'm just saying. Period. She's aware of that, bro. At the end of the day, she's aware.
Listen, what I will say.
She's not dumb.
So, all right, it's a sticky situation because, all right, think. How can I put it? I'm trying to.
I got a question. I got
telling
a
you.
question for y'all after this too. Please, go ahead whenever you.
Nah, what's your question? You can ask it first because I want to word this correctly.
All right, cool. 'Cause it's kind of just something I was thinking about in the midst of this question right here. Would you wife somebody or wife a shorty that like? Let me start over. If you know that if there's a nigga that you know, and he fucked a girl that potentially could be your girlfriend, would you make that your girlfriend?
Oh.
If the girl caught any bodies of niggas you know, are you wifing that still?
I mean, nigga, you know my situation. I don't give a fuck, bro. As long, well, like, in fucked in what situation? Dated or like just donkey dick?
Nah, I'm just talking about like fucked.
Yeah, just fuck.
Like like damn, my man's clipped it. I'm not going out with you.
I mean, it depends on the situation, when it was. Like a lot of it depends, because I don't give a like, bro. Realistically, my nigga, if you're wait. My like close mans and like I'm still friends with you like that.
That's obvious. That's obvious.
Cause like in my situation, I wasn't that close with her ex. Like we grew up together, but I wasn't that close with him. Didn't talk to him for years. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's a little different.
So in my,
It's a little different.
I mean, just you were around, so you understand our friendship to a certain, stance.
I get it. I'm just like,
like if I knew,
listen at the
like all right,
Listen.
any of y'all clipped a girl, her wife like she has to be like a real dope chick, and it has to be a real long time ago probably for me to look at her in that light.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel you.
if my nephew spanked a joint 10 years ago and I meet her now and she's super cool and has nothing to do with my nephew and whatever, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, but that would be on me to trust her and trust him to not maybe give each other these little googly eyes when, you know what I mean? Or not even that. Like, I wouldn't even think about it, bro, realistically, because I would at that point probably feel that vibe from her to not even worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
all right,
That's
good.
has a lot to do with that either way.
That's weak how the conversation went that way, but I don't know, man. That's just crazy, bro.
That's
The whole
no doubt.
first of all, I don't know, because I guess like Magic was saying before, from Adam's perspective, it's just a move for her career. You know what I mean? She did a scene with this
That's
famous
so,
porn
or so he
star.
says.
The
So he says
nigga was
light-
the nigga's in the porno industry, bro. This is a completely different way of thinking, dude. That's how you had to look at it at the end of the day.
He's looking at
Different way of thinking.
He's looking at it from her, being a little boss biddy. You know what I mean?
You got these old 40, 50, 60-year-old people going to clubs, being swingers and shit, bringing people back to their crib. What the fuck you think porno stars is doing?
Bro,
Or people in the porno industry.
If you're my wife, I'm not letting you do no scenes with nobody else but me. Nobody's meat
respectfully.
going in there but mine.
Respectfully.
G shit. Nobody's dick going in there but mine. If
What I
you
will
my
say-
wife,
Yeah.
if you want to make your own content, cool. I'll put a mask on. I'll be Spider-Man. You ain't fucking nobody
Nah,
else.
here's my shit. Here's my shit. And realistically, and this is ever on everything.
I'll be Spider-Man.
For a certain amount of money, especially a certain amount of money that I'd see,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. But you can't suck that nigga's dick on camera, son. That shit's a dub. That is a dub. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because
that's
getting clean.
what?
It's a porno.
What? Nah, nope.
Yo,
Bro,
Ben
I
over
swear
here
to
trying
God.
to put in
Bro, listen,
stipulations
I swear to
and
God.
shit.
I swear to God.
Yo, what you
Heard.
mean?
Listen,
Talking about
bro.
trying to put in the stipulations.
That's a part of getting.
Now answer this question.
It's
Answer
a
this
part of
question
the
right
whole
here.
job,
Answer this
bro.
question
What
right
you
here. Answer this
mean?
question right here.
Yeah.
Now I got a question for y'all. If you found out your girl cheated on you, would you rather her cheat on you by giving a nigga just neck, or would you rather her cheat on you by just laying on her back and getting fucked by a nigga?
I would rather neither.
No, nigga. No, nigga. You have to pick one. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'd much rather her lay on her back and get fucked by a nigga because she didn't have to do much. But if she Listen, she could have been just saucy and just being out this world. Now,
That's
now
tough,
if a nigga
bro.
now if she's sucking a nigga's dick, that means she's putting in a maximum fucking effort.
That's tough,
Even if she
bro.
puts in minimal effort, she's putting in fucking effort. That's a problem.
Is it a problem?
First of
That's
all,
a big
I'm
problem.
weak you really
I
asked
feel
this
like I look at
question,
it
but-
as neither because either way there's a dick going in our body. So
You
I'm
can
straight.
go.
I'm
You can
straight.
get over. You can get over a vaginal cheat. You can't get over a mouth cheat. I promise
This
you.
nigga is
It hurts
talking.
way more,
First of
bro.
all, that just sounds insane.
nigga's
A
talking.
mouth cheat.
Nah, bro.
Ew,
Nah,
talk about how you
crazy.
can't get over that. All right, BT.
He's talking
All right, so you got some
I'm gonna be
trauma
honest,
he
bro.
went
Like,
through.
I got no trauma. I got no
look
trauma.
At me, yo, Ben, you can look at me weird. You can say I'm scared to answer, bro. That's a tough thing to answer, bro. G shit,
Bro.
It's like, let's think about it, bro. Like,
There's a lot of reasoning behind a girl laying on her back. There's a lot of
There's
reasoning.
a lot of reasoning
There's
behind
not
a
a lot
girl
of
laying
reasoning.
on her back.
There's not a lot of
There's
reasoning for a
not a
girl
lot
being
of
on
reasoning.
her knees. There's not a lot of reasoning for a girl being on her knees within a man's pelvis. She knew what she was doing.
same for her being on her back,
Nigga, she could have been on her back. She could have been faded. She could have
My
been
nigga,
Yo,
get the fuck
off the shit.
Shut
My
the
nigga.
yo,
She could have
squeak.
been. She
Yo,
could
yo,
have been.
BT.
She could have been shroomed up, thinking it was you. You don't know. You don't know. There could have been.
What I do know is a
Bitch,
dick
she could have
going
been
in the nigga. so
shroomed
that's
up
more
with a
than
dick in her
enough.
mouth too. Yo, cut.
I'd rather her be shroomed up with a dick in her
Yo.
mouth. I mean, with a dick in her vagina than a dick in her mouth.
Stipulations on all
Anyway,
these shits put
yo,
there.
Marv.
Talk about if this, if
Yo,
that.
Marv, what's the-
Yo,
what's
at
the-
the end of the day, man, that lady
Yo,
was
this-
excited to shoot that scene.
Listen, bro. Yeah,
shit
they
was
was
insane,
honestly
bro,
at the end of the
like-
day, it sounded like they were
That's
both.
fucked
It sounded
up.
like they were both excited, nigga, because this
Yeah,
nigga
it
was
sounded
like,
like
yeah, he
Nah,
was.
it's fucked up, bro. Like,
It's a fucked up situation
He
though.
over here talking about, oh, he's a great
I was- yo,
gentleman.
Whack 100 had
I
me
know
crying when she
him,
was saying
blah,
that.
blah, blah.
Nah,
I'm
yeah,
over here
Whack
looking
100
at
to
him like,
bozo
nah.
too, but Adam 22 is a bigger bozo for even allowing that to happen because like you could talk your wife out of that. You could have said no.
I mean,
but
listen,
that's just me. If he doesn't, we're different people. If he
Yeah,
doesn't
it
care,
tell you it's different. It's
if he
different
doesn't
situations.
care-
Different situations and different occupations, my nigga.
Nah, he really could have talked her out of it
That's a
because
fact.
when
Facts.
he talked about it on his show or whatever, like the way he sounded, how the conversation was going, if he really wanted to talk her out of it, he could have talked her out of it because it's not even at the end of the day like he needs her to make money.
My
like,
nigga, he was
the-
just thinking.
the
He
no-
was thinking
got
about
the
her
the,
bag.
the no
bro.
the no
I swear to
plug. First
God.
of all, the no plug
So
show.
hold on. Wait
I
a
swear to
second.
God.
Wait a second.
He
So
was
you
thinking
think-
about her bag, bro. This nigga Adam. That's the only way I could. That's the only thing I can say to this.
So you
That's the
telling
only
me he
thing I
put
can
on
say to
his
this.
he put on his noble cape. He put on his noble cape and said, "Baby girl, you get that bag. You go. Fuck.
I guess so.
You go make a BBC.
I guess.
porn,
bro,
baby."
that nigga, he
I
must have
guess.
had 3 bitches lined up already that night.
Nah,
I guess.
no
bro,
way.
that
bro,
don't
no
make
I
way.
no
guess
sense.
because she went and did it, right? Yeah.
Oh, my
Okay.
fault,
So,
my fault.
I
now
think
you
she
good.
asked-
So
So
she
now
let
asked-
me ask you this: if you're Adam 22, are you watching that scene? You watching it?
Watch.
Now, let me hit him as his own
Watch,
question. Like
bro.
you Adam 22. Your shorty, you and your shorty get paid $1 million, or
crazy.
she gets paid $1 million to shoot the scene. You allow the scene. We know what Adam 22 did, right? She's like, hey babe, I'll give you half of the bread if you watch it with me.
Oh, I'm watching it. What? Half the bread? Give me that. What? Yeah.
500,000.
500,000? What? And I don't gotta be there. I can just watch it on the camera. Fuck it. What? Give me that.
Your heart is made of steel. Man.
What you mean? That's
Nigga got a steel heart.
500,000.
It is-
Listen, if
it
I
is
now if
Ah.
it was I had to watch it and possibly get the bread if she wants to splurge on a gift on me, no. now
No.
if you want to put it like that, no. But if like she was like, oh yeah, I'll give you half the money if you just watch it after I'm done.
All right,
okay.
would you allow her to like play it before y'all fuck every time?
What the fuck
What?
kind of
Now-
shit is
now
that?
that's just
What the fuck kind of shit is
off
that?
the
Babe, I wanna
fucking
set
wall.
the
This is
mood.
off the rails. I wanna
It
set
puts
the
the video
mood.
of her sucking another nigga dick. How you going to
Nah, you know what's gonna be? You know what's gonna
Yo.
really sting when you go to Pornhub to watch some random shit.
And it's #1 trend.
Bro, but the thing is, that's not gonna affect him because that's porn.
no, it's gonna affect him.
that's
Trust
gonna
me.
No,
like,
it's
that's
not,
all-
bro. I'm telling you.
Listen,
That is
listen.
gonna affect
This
I
nigga
listened
Whack
to them,
asked him about his kids, everything. This nigga was sitting there straight ass face,
No,
bro,
that nigga
looking
was
at
hot.
this nigga was.
No, he was hot.
That's bravado.
He was hot.
That's bravado.
no,
bro.
he was
That
hot.
nigga was sick.
Yeah, bro,
because
but
if you
that
watching
shit
the
was
video,
hot.
you watching
bro.
the video with the Crip dude, that nigga was sick when he was talking about it. And you know how that nigga talk? He was like straight direct shots. Yo, cuz, you gonna let the nigga fuck your shorty like that, cuz? Like, yo,
Bust her-
he
bust her
he was
P and
sick
A.
on the low.
Bro, I'm just saying.
Yo, bro, I know he's sick on the low because I'd be sick on the low. I know any man would be sick on the low if they cared about their shit like that. But like what Mark said earlier,
Bro, I'm
different
telling you.
lifestyles.
Would you- well,
different-
would you-
know?
would
There's
date a
50,
girl?
60, 70-year-old people going to clubs and being swingers and taking people from the club back to their cribs, bro.
That's their lifestyle.
No, but that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. Thank you. That's what I mean. It's a different way of
So
thinking.
are
It's a
y'all-
different lifestyle.
Would y'all date a former porn star?
It depends on the porn star.
Tiana.
That was weak. That nigga said depends on the porn
Depends
star.
on the porn star. Because if I got that, I don't need to watch porn no more. I got that.
No. But
That
would you?
nigga said
I'm
if
talking
I
about.
got
Would you
that,
take
I
her
don't need to
seriously?
A former porn star or like a current?
Former.
A former porn
Or
star.
if she was just
They
she.
dried up now. I don't know. All the former porn stars
bitches
dried.
be-
They look like
bro,
raisins
bro,
now. I don't
bitches be
know.
fucking, bro. So I mean, I
What
don't.
if she was
I
like
don't know.
like a Mia Khalifa who shot like 300 scenes in a year?
Who's a former porn star that I used to love? So I'm trying to think.
I have one that's like a old, like a kind of a
I used to
mature,
like the. I used
a
to like the
matured one
Brazil-
that's been out for a while, but she's still doing porn. So
Who?
I said a matured one that's been out for a while. She's still doing porn though, so it's like it doesn't really count.
The matured one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sarah
she's-
J. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
This nigga Mark love him.
Nah, I
Fire.
used to like the Brazilian joints with the wagons. I used to be on that. They never came with the names though. It was just Brazilian booty. You know what I mean? That was it.
It's never came with a name though. We just
wait,
say.
wait.
Just Brazilian
Brazilian
booty.
booty.
There was one shorty. I forgot her name.
Those
but
porn
I-
companies should be ashamed of themselves. Those girls deserve the
They
name.
deserve their fucking
deserve
names to
the
be on the
name.
motherfucking.
100, bro. Because I be
Facts.
seeing some joints. I'm like, yo,
They
what
just
is
giving them
her
bitches
name?
cash and say, yeah, be out.
seriously.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Brazilian butt.
No sponsor, no nothing. Just giving them that chicken and they dipping.
They're more than just their country, and they're more than just their biggest asset.
That's
Yo.
fucking jokes. But nah, I can't think of any like current ones. I don't even know names either. Like,
Well, speaking of disapproved fucks,
right.
we have update on the Padme, Pippin, and the Anakin Jordan situation.
This
This
nigga,
guy.
the Anakin. and the
Yo,
We have more.
that shit is jokes,
that shit is
bro.
weak. I never really thought about it like that.
Yo,
All these years,
Listen,
I never really thought about it.
Well, I brought it up to some Star Wars fans, and there's some niggas had some shit to say. Niggas was like, "Oh, Padme waited till he was."
I'm about to
Shorty,
say, bro. I know you caused some
listen,
controversy with that shit a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll say this.
I know you
man,
did.
Listen, man. If you think about it before you do it, even if the thought of it is still kind of weird. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that shit out there, man. So all you little
In the comments and
opinionated
shit. fucks.
Grow up, man. But back on that.
People in the comments were
Apparently,
talking
Jordan
about-
doesn't approve of the situation, and I don't disagree with him because it's weird and awkward, and I don't think that any nigga that, especially Jordan, who is all about positive PR, would condone that.
Man, listen. I've seen the video where, well, I didn't see the video. I saw a response that was like, yo, Jordan was just like, no, straight up. It was a conversation that he had with somebody talking about the whole Charlotte Hornets situation, and then they jumped right into, his son dating Scottie Pippen's daughter, and he just gave a resounding and strong no. It was like, oh, shit, all right.
Yeah, that's just shit to have me crying. That reminded me of the nigga from Friday.
That's some Jordan,
No,
some Jordan
that
shit to
shit-
say, though. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like Jordan's so cold-hearted sometimes because of how he was raised.
Bro,
Or at least the
he
stories that I was
don't
told,
give
you know what I'm
a fuck
Did he resign?
about
Did he resign
that
Miles
shit,
Bridges
man.
after the domestic abuse trial?
Bro, I think...
He just-
27 days, nigga.
27 nights. He just signed that nigga for a 1-year deal. I think it was 2.7 million or some shit like
When?
that. He just signed. Miles Bridges just signed for a
he's
1-year
back?
deal. Yeah,
Oh,
nigga.
my
Yeah,
son
bro.
said- and
He
he's
just
back.
signed
I
for a
like that.
1-year deal. Jordan said, "Yeah, you can hold that down. I understand what's going on."
Yo, wasn't
Nigga said I've been through it before.
Bro.
Didn't he get in trouble with a hammer?
Nah, he got in trouble with a
Nah, it was
joint.
with his shorty. Well, a joint, his shorty, whatever it was.
Somebody got in trouble with a hammer.
Yeah.
But all
He
right.
did some airbending.
I'm fucking crying.
But nah, I feel
That's
like-
fucked up. Let me-
That's crazy,
ask you
bro.
a question about, let me ask you a question about this
Airbending.
Jordan topic, though. Do you feel like Jordan was maybe spiteful in how
No.
he feels about this because of how he now feels about Scottie Pippen?
No,
Okay.
I mean,
Jordan.
I think he
did
played
not
it.
give a
I think
fuck.
he played it pretty safe. I mean, like
Yeah,
I
that's
said,
what he did, bro.
Jordan's not, he's really not the man to fuck with negative PR.
Yeah, he don't give a
So
fuck, bro. He don't give a fuck
he definitely-
about that shit.
That's
bro.
tough on a relationship. So that actually brings me to this question. Are you fucking with a shorty whose parents don't like you?
Hell yeah, that makes it even more fun,
Oh, yeah, he's different.
Ben like
what,
Nah, that's too stressful.
What?
That's
bro.
interesting.
bro?
drama.
I don't
See,
know.
I like.
Nah, if when
I
I'm
don't
in a
know.
relationship, I'm a soft nigga, bro. Like,
like
when it come to
chaos.
her, I can't have no beef with the family if I'm trying to still be right by her and him. But you a different nigga.
I like the chaos.
Clearly.
I like the. I mean, I also am a nigga that doesn't per se.
I like
care.
the chaos.
I
You
do
heard
like
him.
the chaos, but I also am a nigga that doesn't necessarily care if people like me or not. So, like, with that being said, like, if they like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm just so lucky that most people, when they meet me, they like me, and they don't. You know what I mean? More than not. But, like, I also, at the same time, wouldn't give a damn, and probably out of spite, probably want to fuck with her more.
Just
I
to
guess
anger them.
I guess I can understand that way of thinking. Word.
Yeah. That's the, yeah.
I've
Word.
only had my two situations of having negative situations with a dad was one time chick was just not allowed to have a dude like
a boyfriend
over,
period. Yeah.
like
Oh, a
over,
dude come over. Okay.
like,
yeah.
like
Word.
when no one home. So
Mhm.
that was a situation that was
I
understandable.
remember.
Ben-
I
Ben
remember those. I
straight-
remember those days.
And-
Ben straight G'd her down. Like, yo, let me come
Nah,
over. Let me
nah,
pop
nigga.
out.
She was like, nigga, my pops is going, pop out. I was like, shit.
That nigga
I
said, I
remember-
forgot,
I
nigga said,
remember
forgot
those
my
days.
keys.
Nigga,
Drove
it was,
right back.
nigga, I fucked up part is, yo, bro,
I forgot
actually,
my keys.
Forgot my keys.
the worst part is I wasn't driving. I didn't have a car or nothing at the time, so I got dropped off by Chris. The nigga,
I remember those days
the
too.
nigga dropped me off. I pulled up. I was probably there for maybe like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, like max. Started making out with her, nigga. We seen a car pull up just right in the driveway. Like we were sitting in like the front family room.
Okay.
Nigga,
Oh,
he
yeah.
walked in the door. I walked out the side door, and I started running. And that nigga said, "Hey!" And I just stopped because like.
Oh,
I
he's
didn't-
brave.
Yo,
He's brave.
I was
Nigga,
not expecting
brave.
that.
Brave,
Nah,
realistically,
Ben not
brave.
sneaking out of it.
Brave.
I was not
Nigga, what the
ex-
fuck? Who the fuck
brave.
am I running from? Mind you, I've met him before, so he's not a little nigga. Like he's a little nigga. He's catching me no matter what. So what the fuck? I might as well just throw him on his.
The
put him
nigga
on-
said,
I might
all I
as-
heard was,
might as well-
"Hey," and I
might as
stopped.
well earth him. I might as well body bag him real quick and just be like, "Yo,
I am
chill,
crying,
chill,
bro.
sir, chill, relax, sir." You know what I'm saying? I've had to do it before as a kid. I've had to body bag a few niggas in my day. So I figured I was just gonna body bag them, just hold them down, and be like, "Yo, relax, bro. Just hold it down." Like I wasn't fucking her.
Now
you
what
know?
if you had a daughter and you saw a nigga run?
Listen, that is-
you let that happen. To
I
you?
mean, hopefully I got something. I got a long range weapon because I can't chase the nigga. I ain't gonna do no much chasing.
That shit is
But
that shit.
but
Yo.
that was the first time, and then the second time, I was I think a junior in high school. This is mind you all like high school or like right out of high school situation.
Nigga, we know
so
this is
it's
high
not-
school. We heard everything
So
you said.
other than that,
We
it
know
wasn't
this is
really
high
like
school.
I had bad father situations. So this is like maybe like my junior year, or like sophomore year of high school. I'm talking to this one chick, and I used to talk to her all the time, and her dad used to always take the phone. Well, I'm sorry, I'm talking to her, this one chick, and then I started talking to her sister,
Weak.
and
Oh, he's different.
but like when I
Wait,
used
we
to talk
talking
to
about the SHs?
nah, I don't even know what the SH is.
I know what the SHs is.
Yeah, that's my nigga badge.
I know what the SHs is. I already know what that is off
Oh,
rip. Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
hell no,
yeah.
fuck no,
It's
fuck no,
definitely
fuck
not them though.
Fuck no, fuck
Hell
no,
no, it's
fuck
definitely
no.
not them
We'll
though.
keep it
Fuck no, that's nothing but love, bro.
Yeah,
You
that's a fact.
serious?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That's funny
It
shit. though.
sounded like
That's
Hell
like
no.
that's real close friend shit.
Nah,
Facts.
yeah, that's real bestie shit. Like real
Yeah,
life
dead
bestie
ass.
shit. Yeah.
all right.
So
That's weak.
so I used to talk to her
So we got to
sister.
know what we was talking
I
about.
used to talk to the one older sister. So I started talking to the younger sister out of nowhere. Like younger sister just starts throwing me vibes. So I started talking to her. But like when I used to be on the phone with the older sister, the mom and dad used to always grab the phone and just like say jokes and shit.
Oh, it is like back in the day where all the lines connected.
yeah, type shit.
Crying.
So
Yeah,
I'm
listen
on the
like
phone
this.
with the
Yeah,
younger
he's sitting
sister
like this,
chit
Just cover the
chatting.
bottom.
I'm on the phone with the younger sister chit chatting. Next thing you know, Pops grabs the phone. He goes, "Yo, how old are you?" I'm like, and we said mad jokes. So I'm like, "Yo, old enough to party."
Oh,
And that nigga goes, "Yo, that nigga flipped the switch on me." He goes, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking." This is right after Superbad came out. He's like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Old enough to party. You keep fucking with my daughter. You be another dead nigga in the Strath, talking crazy, bro." I'm like, "Yo," I just banged it on the nigga.
Yo, he must have never seen Superbad because
Nah, never seen it. Never seen it. Never.
Nah, never seen it. Never in his life.
Never in his life. Oh, I think
Yo.
he passed away. R.I.P. to him too. But,
Oh, that's
if
crazy.
He did pass, my
That's
condolences.
crazy. That's crazy. RP. That's wild.
yeah, but
If he did pass, my
I'm
condolences.
pretty sure
Word.
he did. But you know, we no beef. You know, he didn't understand. He didn't
That shit
understand.
is crazy.
So yo, it's like maybe like a week later. I see this nigga walking down because I think Shorty got in trouble in school. He was like a troublemaker. So I remember seeing him, nigga, and mind you, I was late to notice him, nigga. I was like I was maybe like this far away, and then I just go, oh, I just run. I just start dipping. He might not even knew it was me, my nigga. I just peeled, bro.
Oh my god.
But yeah, long story short, I don't give a fuck if they like me or not. Like
Alright.
I'm doing my thing,
Yeah,
doing my
bro.
Dougie.
I heard that.
You
I'm
watch-
telling- I'm
you-
telling you, Michael Jordan don't give a fuck about that shit, bro.
Nah, he don't.
He don't give a shit about that shit, bro.
But I mean, looking from his son's perspective, that would bother me a little bit.
He's just more or less like, fuck, this nigga's giving me bad publicity.
That's what.
because
Yeah, that's exactly how he's looking.
bad
at it.
publicity. The
Yes.
niggas in love. And
He's
then-
out. He's out
The
here, and
nigga
then
said
and
he's
now,
in love. They've been
now
together
when he
for
goes,
like 3 months.
so
He's
now
in
when he
fuck
goes
outta
out, so
Alright,
now when he
nigga.
goes out to these events, he knows that he's gonna be asked these questions. That's the only thing he thinks about. Besides the relationship as a whole, bro, he don't give a fuck about that shit, bro.
Bro, listen. I'm
He
just saying,
don't
like,
care.
Whatever his son's name is, I just feel bad for him. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually like it's a dope narrative. Like think about it. You got the quote unquote the GOAT of basketball, Michael Jordan, and his man Scottie Pippen, who if didn't show up to the Bulls, Lord knows how good Michael Jordan would have been. That's another topic.
What's
But
that,
like
what?
Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan's their children are dating. That's dope.
Yeah,
And them niggas is legends. They were a group of legends. We know that. Like that's fire. That's a fire narrative to stand on.
and
He don't-
Anakin
He
Skywalker
don't
influenced
give a,
them
he
to
don't
date.
give a shit.
This nigga said.
Oh, they Star Wars heads?
He's stuck on
Nigga,
this
did you
shit.
not?
No.
You just didn't. You just don't watch the podcast. Apparently, I put together a whole correlation of
Yeah,
Anakin Skywalker and Padme met each other around the same time. Larsa Pippen and Scottie Pippen must have around. It has to be within the same like at least 3-year span. Well, I think
'Cause when
Star
that
Wars
movie-
came
'cause
out
when that
98,
movie-
99.
How about saying when that movie
Star Wars
dropped, they
came
were
out in
like,
99.
yeah, so that had to be like
Jordan
7 years
retired
old.
in 98,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure he was still in the city of Chicago in 99, maybe in 2000, whatever. He was around. He was around her. He met her. He spit that young boy Riz like Anakin did.
I am crying.
And now it's just two separate situations that are the same, just in two separate timelines. And one was in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and then one was in 2023.
I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I see the correlation.
Yeah, facts.
That's all I'm saying. It's all,
That
it's
shit-
all
Yo,
connected,
bro, that
bro.
shit
I
is
see that.
crazy.
Has there ever been any fictional thing that has inspired you to do something in like the real life? Even like what may it be like a fictional character interaction, a fictional whatever, like something said that's like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna bring it to real life. Maybe an anime perspective, because I know you guys like shit like that.
Nah, yeah. If anything, I was gonna bring that up too anyway. But like a animated character that inspired me, or like, I mean,
Not inspired you, but like more or less like, I'm gonna bring this shit into whatever this nigga did, or this is a similar situation that happened in One Piece, let's say. I'm gonna act on it the way Luffy acted on it.
I gotta go with Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go with Dragon Ball Z automatically. My son Gohan and hyperbolic time chamber. Listen, the moment's coming. You gotta get ready to. You know what I mean? You gotta get ready to hold it down. Your time is coming. What you gonna do?
So
He
what?
was in the lab. He was putting in that pain. My man became a Super Saiyan. Stayed in Super Saiyan form. Like I'm gonna flex on all these niggas. And then we know what happened.
He was patient.
What situation would you correlate that to real life though?
Honestly, there's so many. I really can't just pinpoint it to one, bro, because there's so many deadlines in life. There's so much.
I was about to say life period.
Like,
word.
yeah, just life in general. Because especially being an adult now, there's so many deadlines. There's so many things that you have to adhere to. There's so many things you got to prep for. Rainy days you got to get ready for. Like you got to have emergency funds for fire. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. So, that's definitely probably one of the best things I can say. I guess I can live by and apply to life, because that's real shit. You got to get ready for everything that happens. You don't know what's gonna happen. You're not sure of the outcome, even if things are in your control or not. You got to just do what you do.
Yeah, fact.
And if you stay on course, you might be able to,
Handle every situation, every obstacle that comes to you.
boom,
Word.
bars, nigga.
I mean, me personally, I'll only thing I'll probably say I bring from like fake things to like real life is probably like the recipes from Food Wars. When I'm cooking, like if I like happen to have those materials, if I happen to have those materials, if I'm feeling extra creative that day, I'll be like, you know what, let's hit the Asian market real quick. See what little
See what it's hitting
scallions.
for.
I listen.
the
I respect
little-
it though, because they food do be looking good sometimes, depending on what it is.
Nigga, if I can make my food come out, make a bitch come out her clothes, that's a vibe.
You damn right.
If I can if I can make two,
I ain't watched
let's-
Food Wars, so I ain't.
Me
You
either.
never watched Food Wars? That
Nah,
shit's
I ain't watched
crazy.
Food Wars. Shout out to my nigga
And on-
Los. He watched Food Wars.
And on top of that, the recipes be real right. The recipes be fire. They be like real life, like shit you can really cook. And like the gastro, what the fuck is it called? The gastro science that gets behind it. Like be real, like the one thing about animes I'll say is that they really do know
They
they
be talking
do their
facts.
homework. They do their homework
They be speaking
as
facts.
far as knowing like materials and
Same
what
shit.
can mix up with what in real life.
Yeah,
Even like when you
fucking
bring it to
Dr.
like
Stone, my nigga.
yeah, even when you bring to like Full Metal Alchemist, some of the shit that they would say like that goes together and shit like that shit actually really does go together in real life.
Nah, yeah, very true. Like you said,
JoJo's
yeah,
is like the most probably like as far as like justifying fake shit like justifying fake shit through real things. JoJo's is probably the most like I'll be like, what the fuck? How the fuck do they know this random thing goes with this in real life and then make it fake?
And then make it fake.
I mean, people that create these type of shows, they are creatives and they get their ideas and are inspired by real life things. You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
fact.
If I had to really think, like I gave you the Gohan answer without really thinking about it, but another character that came to mind was as corny as it may sound, Naruto. You know what I'm saying? That nigga go through mad shit. That nigga went through a lot.
The most.
That nigga went through a lot growing up. You know what I'm saying? And the way that he, pulled his bootstraps up. He don't got a belt, but the way that he buttoned his pants and everything, like he was ready to put in that work. And you know what I mean?
He definitely put in. He
Man became the Hokage. Boom, pow. Like,
yeah, fact.
Yeah. Yo,
he went through a lot. And that
Fact.
shit is tough.
No question.
Everybody goes through shit, but it's it depends on what you do to get through it.
He went through the most.
You're gonna sell your soul, or you're gonna put in the work.
I feel that. Is there like what about things like within like TV or anime or whatever that may like I said that you relate to that will almost maybe get you through a situation like damn this shit was really like this shit hit me like because this is real life type shit.
Shit. I mean that's tough, bro. Because a lot of things that I actually go through in real life, I don't,
Relate to anime.
That's just not really.
Yeah.
No, not saying I don't relate to anime. If I do happen to relate to something from a show or cartoon or anime or whatever, it has to probably be something small. You know what I'm saying? Nothing major like that.
Yeah.
Make or break my life. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the entertainment that I watch, I can't really say or pick something that's like, oh yeah, I've seen this and I'm starting to move like this character so that I can live better in real life. I can't really say that. And it's a lot of shit that I watch. They don't necessarily share the same struggles that I do or that I have or go through. You know what I mean? So it's tough for me to be like, oh yeah, me and this guy is similar because we are going through similar shit, so I can fully relate it. It's tough actually.
Yeah, I feel that. So yo, how long you got left? You think as far as semi-pro?
Honestly, like I love the game so much, I want to play forever. But I feel like after this might be it. You know what I'm saying? Only off the strength of like a lot of my guys that I've came into the game with. I got a lot of guys that I came into playing football with. They're done. Like not maybe Woody's the last one and he's on and off with it, but he might be done too. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of me, I've developed a lot of new friendships. Of course, none as strong as the ones that I got with my guys from day one. But those type of friendships that I've developed with the teammates that I've had throughout the years. They're coming to the end of their lines too. Like, like I mentioned earlier, my two other co-hosts on the show, Haunch and Steph Bleezy, they're done. Kadeem said he's no longer playing. That hurt my heart the most. Steph said if Kadeem's not playing, he's not playing. Really? And I'm basically like the last one out of the trio that's still doing it. And I'm actually on the team I'm currently on now because of them. Not saying I don't got love for the guys that's over there because I fuck with them to death, but you know what I mean? Those are the guys that prompted me to be like, yeah, I'm fucking with y'all. Let's ride. You know
Why is Steph allergic to the Panthers? Why was he allergic to the Panthers?
Because Panthers, bro. Not everybody's allowed.
We used to fuck that nigga up, dog.
Bro, listen, I love Steph, but listen, not everybody's allowed in the woods, my nigga. It gets dark.
There's only like a few niggas that really just did their thing against the woods, and it was probably G Block and Mike Seth.
Nah, G Block and Mike definitely. Like we didn't lose to the Rebels. I never lost to the Rebels before. Gangster.
Maybe. Oh, you know who else? Dude from the Golden Eagles, the Broward, Nick Garrett. He still plays?
Nah, he's more of a coach, and he's more of a coach now. But I mean,
that's crazy.
He looks like he can still play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Shout out to Garrett Lynch. He's definitely still working out.
He still got that lisp.
Yo, this nigga's different. You know what I'm saying? Certain shit you just can't get rid of, you know what I mean? But
nigga said certain shit you can't get rid of.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst follow up.
Mike Tyson did pretty well getting rid of his shit.
Yo, I didn't know you can get rid of a list, my nigga. G shit. I did not know that.
Nah, I'm just talking shit. Honestly, that shit was funny.
Nah, shout out to Garrett.
Garrett actually has like a fire stat. He was like at a point in time, like he was like number like 2 or 3 in NCAA rushing game yards like forever of all time. Yeah, it was a D3 school, but nigga, that shit's still
that's crazy. Yeah, that's
nigga
wild.
had like 300 yards in like one single game.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
tough.
shit.
Got busy, yeah.
That's tough. That's tough. Same for Mel. Well, obviously, this is D1 I'm about to talk about, but Melvin Gordon that went to Wisconsin, I think he had like 530 something in the snow.
Yeah, I think Melvin Gordon, like, he was like number like
It
2,
was the
or,
record.
like pushed
Yeah,
him down. Yeah,
That bitch got crazy. That nigga got crazy. Like imagine having a game over 300 yards. You
nigga,
got 500
imagine
yards?
having a game like that and having a career like that in the league.
Imagine having 500 yards as semi-pro and then you got work the next
I'm
day.
fucking dead.
And imagine having a game. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Imagine having a game like that and then having a career like that in
Nah.
the league.
Oh well, I mean that's different. I'm getting paid for my services. So
Nah,
it
he
won't
was
hurt
lit.
as
I
bad.
mean, listen, at the end of the day, he did
It
make
won't
the
hurt
league.
as much.
It won't hurt as
That
bad.
was
Yeah,
nice.
It definitely won't hurt as bad.
But damn, bro, I thought that nigga after that game, bro, I thought that nigga was gonna be different.
Nah, yeah, he came to the league and he tried the best he could. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I
What
ain't gonna
do
shit
you
on no
what do
running
you
back.
think? What do you think? Well, like, what do you think be the shit that? Do you think it's more than just ability that affects a lot of the players? Because I believe, like, I honestly, like, from seeing what I've seen from college to semi-pro to just now then traveling and getting to see, you know, Oregon play, all the teams they got to play, and you know, seeing that shit in person. I don't know if it's the ability or if it's the mentality or if it's the confidence. Like, there's a lot of things that can factor into your play.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It's a lot of things. It's not just skill. You have to be confident. But I mean, certain things come with certain things. If you got skill, you probably got confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause where else would you be? How else would have got you here?
Yeah,
What else would have got you here?
I feel that.
Attitude matters, of course. That it's literally a lot of things. It's not just one thing. But in terms of like coming to the league, of course, it's a business at the end of the day. You have to put your emotions aside, and it really does matter if you ball or not. It also matters what scheme you're in, what system you're in. Are you able to get these touches that you want to display the skills that you have so you can get that second contract, that third contract, not get cut? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it really depends on where you're going. And I mean, I guess skill kind of does play a role into it because depending on how skillful you are, that'll put you higher on draft boards. And you know, if you are that guy getting drafted, maybe top or just in the first round,
Even
they're gonna take care of you.
getting recruited in high school and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that skewed itself because you know there's a lot of divisions and there's so much when it comes to high school football.
Yeah.
So much.
Question about high school football. How do you feel about our old friend KD get his son, you know, just committing to Rutgers? How do you feel about that?
I was gonna bring that up. Listen, I'm happy for him. I'm real shit. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he
Yeah.
got the scholarship. I believe it's a full ride.
Okay.
Rutgers wanted him. He's over there.
Okay.
They got him as a tight end.
Well, he
but-
committed as a junior, so nothing's really fully set.
No.
in stone.
Yo, we gonna get into that because listen, I'm happy for him going to Rutgers. I hope he didn't burn the bridges and opportunities that he has for him to commit to another school. If he were to hypothetically decommit from Rutgers,
I'm about to say, yeah.
now are you asking me a question? If it was me, what would I do?
Listen, we don't necessarily know the full narrative. We don't know, you know, let's just say he could have went to Texas, he could have went to North Carolina. We don't know who's on the depth chart. We don't know who's committing.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily, we're not tapped in that like that to know maybe what KJ may know. So, you know, there's certain things that we may not know. You know, for all we know, KJ may want to stay closer to home.
Right.
Yeah, that's
KJ
what
may
that's what I
want to
figured.
get maybe burned from off rip. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I will say one thing. Archie Manning's son's is playing in one of the teams that he had offered to.
Yo, listen, bro. I'm not even gonna. Let's just harp on what you brought up first because that is a very big point that I wanted to speak on. First off, I'm gonna say it again. I'm very happy that he got this scholarship opportunity to change his life going forward. I want him to get his education. That's first and foremost. And then whatever happens athletically after that, handle your business, do what you got to do. I'm fully supporting. When it comes to like I wanted to harp on that too. The playing time. If Rutgers is like, yo, you coming here and you starting, I'm not mad at him for taking that.
For the record, though,
I think that might have been part of it too.
You always gotta look at these recruiters with a grain of salt because, like, even in my recruiting process, the coach told me you're gonna be starting from day one. You know what I'm saying? Did I start from day one? No.
Nope.
So like, you gotta. Fuck shit. I can tell you this: the fucking defensive coordinator that recruited me, that nigga was fired.
Yeah.
When I came back, you know what I'm saying? When I came in, I
wow.
was like, oh, where's Coach Davis at? That nigga's going, or Coach whatever. That nigga's going. I was like, oh, all right.
Nah, yeah, that's
Oh,
actually
damn,
that's
crazy.
usually a lot of tails of
Well,
the tape for a lot of these players, man.
you
They
know?
get recruited and the coaches that recruited them or whatever, they're gone.
Yeah.
And if they're lucky enough to have been there and spent like maybe a season with them, they have the power to transfer with that coach if another job is
Yeah.
lined up.
Sometimes, you gotta be him.
Yeah,
to
you
get
got,
the-
yeah, definitely. You got to be him for sure.
Word.
I mean, personally, I don't know, the real stipulations upon why he made the decision, and realistically, at the end of the day, bro, shit, Rutgers was a fucking fire team at a point in time. They had a
They
run.
on the get back too.
When they had Ray Rice and everything, they were a fire team. They had Devin McCourty and everything. They were nasty. You know what I mean? So they haven't, a good, history on the East.
Mm-hmm.
They play, good teams.
Big Ten football.
That's Big Ten football. So they're definitely getting that comp. And
I just want him to get the looks. I don't even care
Yeah.
what school he goes to. I'm just glad that he got a scholarship to whatever school of his choosing, since he had the choice. I just want him to ball out, get an education. If he makes it to the league, I got a New Jersey to buy. You know what I'm saying? I've known KJ since he been tall, so
yeah.
maybe
Shit,
9,
we knew
10.
him since he was that's what I'm saying. We knew him since he was playing Pee Wee football.
Right. Yo, we knew him before he made that one-handed catch that went viral. We talking viral like that.
Yeah, he was going
catch,
viral since he was like 13, high key.
That one-handed catch was on the Super Bowl commercial. I remember whatever crowd I was with around the time when I saw the commercial. I'm like, yo, I know that kid. And he had a Longwood jersey on. So I was like, yeah, Longwood license jersey.
I remember
Number
that.
2.
Yeah, I remember that.
Shout out to him for that, bro. That's major, big keys.
That's crazy.
We got niggas like Jeremy Rucker coming out. He gets undrafted free agent to the Jets now. He's playing. He's slattered. I think
Undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
I thought he was a 5th or 6th round draft pick.
Undrafted to the Jets, if I'm not mistaken.
From Lindenhurst?
Yeah, from Lindy.
Nah, he was drafted. He
was?
went to Ohio. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was undrafted.
Nah, he was certified. I think he was drafted before the 5th round. Actually, he might have been the 4th round pick.
I might have to do a fact check.
And then they was in the crowd. I remember. I will never forget this, bro, because I was like, yo, that's the
Look it
nigga.
up.
That's the nigga from Lindenhurst, bro. He had his whole family in there. All of them were Jets fans. He had a tan suit on, and his pops was wilding in the back. JETS. That's
Well,
that
that
vid-
nigga-
no
well,
funny
listen.
shit. I'm gonna open up to y'all about this shit. That video G shit made me tear up because that's fire, bro.
Yeah, that's fire.
That shit is fire. My nigga, I'm a Jets fan.
Being
nigga.
from New York, and if you a Jets fan, yeah, that's serious.
Nigga. I wish
That's
I
crazy.
I'm saying everybody
That's
that's played.
wild.
You feel me?
That's wild,
What
son.
round?
101st pick. I'm not sure.
101st pick. I think that's 4th round.
Okay.
4th round. Yeah. He was
Oh,
a
so
4th
he's a
round.
4th, 5th round. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Jeremy Rucker, 4th, 5th round pick.
He didn't get much PT.
He was a
rookie year, but we gonna see
what?
happens.
He was a what? 4-star pick. 4-star recruit, if I'm not wrong. 5-star.
He might have been a 5-star recruit because
So
the
we
way
got
they were
him.
raving about this nigga, bro, they was going crazy.
Now we got KJ coming out of St. Anthony's as a 4-star pick.
They
Yes,
call
sir.
him the thing about it is they call him a 4-star tight end. I think he's a wideout, but
Yeah, which
I'm about to
is-
say, I was gonna say that when he
It's-
said he
it's-
played tight end. I said, wow.
I mean, it's because he's tall.
that's probably what comes with going to Rutgers though. Like, yo, if you come here, you're gonna be our starting tight end. You just gotta put on some weight.
Probably.
So
yeah.
that might have been like, yo, I want to come here, and a lot
It's
of
probably
family influences.
they're probably gonna make him a tight end and start the process.
Nice, but think about it, bro. And he's not being selfish either. I felt like that was more. It was definitely his decision, but a lot of family.
I was
influence
gonna
behind it
say
as
that
well.
was family oriented. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
facts.
you
know
could
what I
tell.
mean? 'Cause what is
Bro,
Rutgers,
them names,
Jersey?
bro, them names that his father was posting all over all over Facebook that I was seeing, bro, that was easily family oriented and he wanted to stay home.
You
There was
feel-
some big ass names. There was some big schools that he was posting, bro.
Right,
Big
listen.
schools that he was visiting. Word.
Now that we can talk about it, bro. If I was if that was me, sure, I'm going to Texas, nigga. I'm going to Texas to Miami. Why?
Yeah.
Miami's a vibe. I'm just gonna go to Miami just because off the street.
When I saw Miami was the top 3, I said, yo, this nigga better stop playing.
But I'm not gonna front. I think North Carolina was too. I was like,
Yeah,
that's not bad too.
that was the 3. It was North Carolina, Miami, and Rutgers.
Yeah, and I think Kenny can correct me if I'm wrong. I think their quarterback now is Drake May, and he's like niggas already talking about him.
I will say this, man.
But
There's
listen.
There's a reason for every decision.
Word. That's a
You know what
fact.
I mean?
Of course.
Yo, what I want to know, what if we see KD morph into LeVar Ball the second?
Oh, nah.
That would be
listen,
crazy.
Cause that shit, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he's like on a small, but which is hard to me. I always fuck with LeVar Ball. But what if KD morphs into LeVar Ball Part 2?
And that means that bag is coming. That means
That
he's
bag,
about to.
yeah,
That means that
that's a
bag is
fact.
coming, bro.
What if he
can-
calls his son being drafted he's gonna be drafted 23rd to the Cardinals.
It's fucking weed.
Yeah. I mean,
To the
to
Cardinals.
the Cardinals. I mean, we definitely got some years for that. But I mean, that'd be dope, man.
If he
Rather
became-
than
if he
nigga-
be- if he
if he's
became a
able to
Jet.
get his name called and walk across that stage, regardless, it's
If
lit.
he became a Jet, it'd be
You feel
fucking
that? You
lit.
feel that he got pressured? Like you
fucking
feel that
crazy.
you feel that even us having this conversation alone, he's not even a senior per se.
Nah.
Yeah.
Do you think that us having this conversation, him having these articles and being at all these camps and all this nonsense or whatever, do you think that adds pressure onto him?
Of course.
Of course it does.
Of
Yeah,
course, bro.
absolutely.
Well, he probably had a bunch of pressure on him since he was young because of what's been put out, the products that he was able to put out on the field.
It's a good thing at the end of the day because you hope that the kid doesn't get too distracted by the lights and all of that stuff and all that type of stuff because that shit happens with a kid. But the fact that he's doing it so young is sort of a good thing because now it won't be something new to him when he goes to college and hopefully when he gets into into the draft and stuff like that because there's a lot of cameras, nigga. There's a lot of lights flashing.
Yeah, very true.
Very-
Not very true, but if I mean, it
A lot
comes
of
to a
bitches.
point.
That's what I mean by lights flashing. That's what I meant by lights flashing. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah.
That's what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant. There's a lot of lights flashing. There's a lot of distractions. You might look over here. You might look over there. The camera's here.
You might look over there. You might see Brenda over here.
Yeah,
you might see
the camera's right here.
Joyce
Stay
over
right here. Facts. That
Nah,
shit.
it's definitely a lot of pressure though, and I honestly feel like we don't personally know how much he's technically been in the spotlight, like how much he has to, or has he adapt to cameras being in his face and all that kind of attention and shit like that. But I feel like since he's experienced it at a young age, like you said,
The nigga
it
had a
shouldn't take
whole
him-
fucking commitment party.
I'm about to say, bro, he has the cameras on. He has the
things in
camera
perspective.
interviews at these camps and shit. Bro, I see it all the time. So it's like, he's
Nah,
gonna
that's cool.
he's
but
gonna
that's-
get used to that shit.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't take much for him to get acclimated to that being amped up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because think about it, now you're gonna have
If anything, he may have to worry about not being that big man on campus like that.
Yeah.
Like acclimating to just being now that small fish in a big. I mean that medium-sized fish in a big pond now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now the pond is woo.
Yeah, I mean, what really matters is how he acts once he's out of high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Once he's alone, and makes that transition from a child to a
Yeah,
man,
to a man in
adolescent to a
college.
man,
Shit, I
all
want to
that
visit
shit,
that
man.
little nigga.
Me too, nigga. Yo, bro, like we talking like he used to be at our practices, bro. Like
Facts.
fire. I'm so happy for him. I'm happy for KD too, because I know he's
Yeah.
excited.
Of course. Yeah.
But-
Of course.
talking
Back
about-
to the conversation at hand, like nigga, I'm going where Arch Manning going, because that's looks, bro.
Texas. Yeah.
That's looks, bro. If I'm coming off the bench and Archie's gonna be here just as long as me, I'm gonna get to that starting spot and we're gonna ball out,
That's a fact.
because honestly,
It's probably just a fucking honestly though, it's probably so tough to compete against something like
That's what I was gonna say. Like you have to work to get to that shit, and I'm sure collegiate football, that shit is.
because everybody's gonna go there now.
And at the
You
end of the
should-
day, one
Yeah.
thing about college,
Going to a D1 school, nigga. This is the best in the motherfucking country, nigga.
Exactly.
Think about it like this in high school. Think about it like this. You started early. You didn't play LISA with us. You didn't really have a football background.
I
per
started
se.
late. You mean? I started
So
mad late.
yeah, exactly. You didn't start with us. You know what I mean?
Right.
So think about whatever position you played at that time. Think about the dick eating you had to fight against at that point. You know what I mean? Now think about instead of being just having to fight just the guy with the LISA background. Think about having to fight a nigga with a 5-star. Think about the dick eating you're gonna have to fight against with the 5-star.
With a 5-star recruit, yeah.
That shit is
tough.
Or not even
Like,
not
bro,
even
and
recruit,
mind
but
you,
a nigga at 5-star
Yeah, and then
starting.
mind
This
you-
nigga's been there already.
Now, God forbid they bring in another 5-star. The next-
Transfer portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
real-
okay.
that's a
Okay.
real
And
well,
the
thing.
transfer,
yeah,
or
yeah.
even it's the 5-star freshman. They just bring in a 5-star freshman.
Yeah.
Now you have to worry about the coach's dick eating him, and
Mhm.
that one thing about that college game, man. It's tough. It's really tough.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah, because they don't care. I mean, at the end of the day,
The
once you-
business.
It's
College
exactly.
sports-
It's a
college
business
sports-
at the end of the day.
Yeah, college sports period. That shit is. That shit is hell. That's what I would say.
Exactly.
It's hell.
They really care. They really care less about your feelings. And
Yeah,
even
they
still, not
don't.
even just college, it's football in general. If you want
It's
to talk
about
about it, like,
what are you doing for me now? That's it.
Yeah.
exactly,
Word up.
and what are you going to be able to do to help this team perform? You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it really matters. But we all know. Like, I wanted to ask you a question: what school would you go to? But we know it'd be Oregon, so I'm not even going to ask you that shit.
Yeah, easily.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, Kenny behind the cam. Like, what school would you go to if you got a D1 scholarship somewhere? Give me like 2. Huh?
LSU.
LSU. I like
LSU.
that. What y'all picking for basketball or whatever sports y'all want to fuck with?
Oh well, for basketball, I mean the two schools that I would go to, they haven't really been doing that much, but I would probably either go. Well, UConn is close to home, so but I would fuck with UConn or Georgetown.
Okay. What about you, Marv?
I would say similarly those two choices just because it's close to home. I'm pretty sure they're
Y'all
fucking
better grow
lit.
up and get out of town, man.
Nah, that's my
yeah.
basketball wise. That's my two favorite schools.
I'll go
fuck
to
with that.
UConn because just go to Connecticut. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's lit over there.
Colorado with Deion.
Yeah, yo, listen. If I was a young
Word.
nigga now, well, I'm still a young nigga, but listen, if I was in college now, I'm definitely going to Colorado with Dion. But
Word.
at the time when I was like, graduating high school and I had a dream of going to this school, FSU was at the top of my list. Florida State, top of the
okay.
list, top of the list.
I
I
put-
did like Cincinnati as well.
I put Penn State on my list.
I fuck with Penn State. I wanted to go to Cincinnati too.
Penn State was dope.
Before the Cincinnati hype, before Sauce Gardner, I wanted to.
When I was a kid,
Bearcats.
obviously North Carolina was my dream. When I was fucking playing basketball in high school and shit
Tar
like
Heels,
that.
of
Yeah,
course.
that was
Everybody wanted to be a Tar Heel.
that was just that's just something I wanted to do off for it. That was always
Naturally.
there. Naturally,
Nothing
yeah.
wrong with that.
Naturally, that's just what it was.
If you're talking about all these sports, did you see how Cam's been like, I guess, responding to people, I guess, hating on the fact that him and Mace have been successful with, what's the name of their talk show?
It is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
Yeah, a lot
people
of
been hate-
bro, a lot of people been
Did
hating.
you
I
hear
can
about-
understand that.
Did you hear about the controversy with Chad Ochocinco?
Yeah, I forgot.
so-
I forgot what he.
didn't.
I forgot what he said. He tweeted something, and Cam had posted something on Instagram. I forgot what he said exactly.
And
on
I'll
the
say,
tweet.
I fuck with Chad. I fuck with Chad a lot.
I'll
Chad is
say
dope.
it sounded kind of sort of like with it was a little bit of hate undertone.
It was, yeah, it was.
It was a little bit of
Mhm.
hate undertone. It could have been motivation, but like the way he said it, it kind of sounded like, if these niggas can do it, I can do it. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
What are we talking? I know nothing of this. No context.
What
provided.
was he
What's
say? What
happening?
did he say exactly again?
So to be exact, right? Give me a second. Here.
He basically said like, I can't wait to get back to the screen.
Yeah,
so I
pretty
can,
much, cause he's
Chad said that.
Yeah, baby,
Yeah,
I
Chad
can't-
said that. I guess he's been going on. He has like a fast that he's been on or something.
Fasting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he does
fasting
that.
or whatever.
Mhm.
So then Cam pretty much was like, yo, anybody can fucking do it, put in the work and then fast at the same time and shit, pretty much. Whatever
That's
like
what
that.
Cam
And
said.
then, but yeah, he responded. How did he respond?
all I'm saying is,
I know he posted a video on Instagram. You can go. You
Yeah.
can go to his Instagram.
all I'm saying is there's a piece of the pie for everyone. Why does everyone have to go against each other?
Mhm.
Like that shit is weird.
Mhm.
Like, and I fuck with Ocho Cinco and I fuck with Cam Heavy, and that shit
yeah,
is super
yeah.
weird,
Cam's
bro.
Cam's
Like,
shit
let
is,
him
is
be
real.
lit.
Cam's shit
You
is
can
fire.
be lit in your own sense, nigga. You are literally like signed to like ESPN, dog. You have like
yeah,
real deals, like.
yeah.
Nigga, let him do him. Like, bro,
Mhm.
he's not worried about you, bro. Like,
Nope.
why don't and I don't understand why you even want to do that dumb shit.
You're talking
Like,
about Cam now, right?
Yeah, let Cam,
Well, I
let
mean,
Cam, let
yeah.
Cam get the
Yeah.
people going, and you
Bro.
can get the people going on
Good
your
Chad
own.
Ochocinco
Obviously, he's doing.
said,
Obviously, he's doing his thing. He's having a lot of guests pop up on that show, bro. Mad different people.
I think they
That's his
already
lane
started
now.
a different
Yeah,
segment
facts.
too. I think they started a different segment on the show. But yeah, Chad Ochocinco was talking about how he's going to dominate the space, and then Cam was like, "Hey yo, what you mean dominate the space? You trying to be on some R. Kelly shit?"
Wow.
Yo, matter of fact, that nigga.
He said,
that
"Dominate
nigga-
the space and do what?"
That nigga, what's his name? That nigga, Fat Joe said that nigga, he too old for the pauses type shit. Like he ain't fucking with that pause shit. He's too
Who,
old for
Joe?
Yeah, Fat Joe.
Joe talking
Yeah,
about
big-
himself?
Yeah, but that's
Bro,
but
listen,
I'm about to
that's
say
'cause
he
of
said
that-
yeah about that
Bro,
he said
listen.
that because you know what you said was crazy,
Bro,
nigga. That's
yeah,
why
bro.
you said some
He
crazy.
said it twice.
Yeah, he said it twice. I know. I saw the video.
Nigga. All right, so I'm gonna tell you
Yo.
this. So I work with a bunch of old heads.
Somebody got to say it verbatim too.
Listen, I'm gonna say this.
Yo,
I'm gonna say this, Cam. You have to speak up on it too. So there's a couple old heads in my job. When I talk to them, they be saying one bit of pause shit. I always pause them,
facts.
and the nigga says, "Yo, bro, being from the Bronx, niggas from the Bronx always called each other dick,
There you
this,
go.
dick that."
That's a fact though.
And
That's a
I'm
fact
like,
though. That's a fact though.
Hey, he's like, "Yo, if you listen to Cam's old music, them niggas would be saying dick and no homo in the same sense."
Nah, but let me fake vouch for that because I'm from Harlem, so and niggas used to dead ass talk like that. I never spoke like that. Niggas used to talk like
nigga,
that.
don't front, nigga. That's claim your territory, nigga.
No, it's not, nigga. What? Nigga, just because okay, well, I'm not even gonna give you no examples, but I ain't talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
I want to hear some.
But that's G shit though. But it wouldn't be like, what's going on, dick? Not like that, nigga. It's
That
like,
sounds wild, bro.
it does. It sounds pause. That shit sounds crazy. But
That
niggas
shit
wasn't-
sounds
When I say
crazy.
niggas, I'm talking about them niggas. Them
Yeah,
niggas wasn't
yeah,
saying
yeah.
it like that. But what's good? What's going on, dick? How you doing? It wasn't
That sounds
like dick.
wild.
But the thing is, it doesn't sound like dick. It sounds like they were saying
so
dig.
going to be.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
You're
dick,
saying
what's
there was no emphasis like that. Yeah, I know. what you-
So you're gonna introduce everyone like
I'm gonna
dick,
keep it
but
a
then
band.
say,
Yo,
like,
that
homo
shit is
and
wild.
opposed to
I was
everything.
I was dead ass born out there. I was raised out there until I moved out here. And I was a sheltered nigga. I'm not gonna make it seem like I was out there. I was a sheltered kid. When I came outside, it was my time to go on the streets and play basketball and swing on the jungle gyms. That's how niggas was talking. Yo, I'm about to go to the corner store, Dick. Would you want something?
Hey, yo.
Like, that's pause. But it wasn't like that, though. You know what I'm saying?
No,
That's what it is, nigga. Like, I know.
I never knew that. I never knew that's how
Niggas
niggas from
out
the
there,
Bronx
yo,
used
it's
to
good,
talk.
Dick. You trying to get some food real
What's
quick?
good, Dick? The
It was
fuck?
good,
Yeah,
Dick.
like, yo, G
What
shit.
the
That's,
fuck is that?
I'm not
I
trying to
don't
be
know
funny.
what's going on.
What the fuck is that?
But there's
Hey, yo,
just
Dick, hit
that
the
shit-
split, son.
That's
yo.
that shit is
Nah,
crazy.
So back to the pause shit that you was talking. I just want to play this so you can really talk about the old people at your job. But this is what he said though.
And as a Knicks fan, I'm sure everybody, I like Dick from Kansas. Hey, brother. And as a Knicks fan, I'm sure everybody,
That shit
I
is.
like Dick from Kansas.
Like, you feel me? That's
no.
that's
That
different.
shit
That's
Is
wild.
wild, bro.
'Cause
You
I
gotta
just said
you gotta
I said
say
his
his
name.
bro. You gotta say his whole name.
I just said Grady.
Yeah,
Listen.
or say his last
I fuck
name.
with Grady from Kansas.
Facts.
Or Grady from
Yo.
Kansas is a
That
shooter.
nigga said,
Every nigga, and the fucked up part is every old head that be on some pause shit always uses that excuse is I'm too old for that pause shit.
Bro,
But then
niggas
when
say
you want to
that-
say some pause shit, them niggas be the first niggas to pause you.
Bro, he said that because it was crazy. Like maybe Remy Ma and Papoose was like, yo, Joe, you gotta do
Wow,
something
yeah,
about
you
this.
that shit was wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold it
Yo,
down,
Bro,
hold it
The bridge was shaking. My
because
nigga.
if we was 60 years old
wild.
shooting this shit right now, and I'm like, I like Dick from Kansas,
Whoa.
y'all niggas gonna look at me crazy.
I felt the bridge.
Exactly.
Yo, the bridge is
Pause.
What's that?
shaking,
What's that
bro.
move? What's that
Pause.
move? What's that move? Missy Elliott and them did.
Shit is weak.
Lil Kimmy, me.
Yeah, Lil Kim. Yeah.
That shit is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Man. That's
All right.
G shit though. Shout out to
No.
So I
no.
finally listened to both projects, and I know Ben's gonna be a hater, but I
What?
gotta tell you this, bro. Your man's album wasn't all that compared to the other guy's
Talking
album.
about
Who's his man?
Who's man's?
You talk about his man Thug compared to Gunna's album,
Thug's
man.
album was
talking about Yes Man,
you
Yes
mean?
Ma'am's album.
yeah, Yes Ma'am's
Yes,
album. That's
man,
fucking weak.
album
Oh,
was
Yes
shitting
Man.
on Thug
Yo,
album.
niggas is out here
Thug's-
saying. First and foremost, niggas out here saying Thug ratted too. So I don't know.
I heard about that.
I don't really know that. I didn't do enough research to even speak on it, but niggas did say that. But
I heard about that, but I don't know if it's actually.
So now everyone's music's up in the air right now.
Yeah, everybody music over there.
I heard that
They
nigga
ain't fuck
Thug.
with
I heard that
nobody
nigga
right
Thug's
now.
album. That nigga Thug's album was.
I heard Rich Homie
Damn.
Quan was snitching too.
It was. That shit was.
Whoa.
I heard all them is just snitching.
Oh, Rich Homie. No,
Is this
I
the
heard.
Rat Fest?
I heard that Rich Homie. I heard that he been did that though. No, wrong.
Listen,
Am I
I know
wrong?
nothing about none of that shit.
Dick Homie
I
Quan.
heard that. I thought he been ratted about
biting the
something.
cheese.
Dick Homie Quan.
What? I'm nah.
Yo, that is
Yo, that is
insane.
crazy.
That shit is
That
wild, bro.
crazy.
Yo, when that
Crazy.
nigga said that to me, I said,
Yo,
nah,
He
hold
said-
on,
who
what?
said- who
That's
said what
insane.
Oh, nah, when he said everyone used to call each other Dick.
in
that
the
shit
Bronx.
Fucking,
That shit, I never
this
knew
nigga over
something
here-
like that.
So
Pride Month just ended. Have respect. Happy 4th.
Shut
This
up,
nigga's
bro.
fucking stupid, bro.
Nigga is fucking great.
fuck you
bro.
mean? But to harp on what Marv was saying, man. I'm siding with Gunna on this one. That album's fire.
I don't
No,
even
matter of
like-
fact, let me. That was too strong. A couple songs were fire.
Yeah, I don't even.
I didn't listen to
I don't
Gunna's
even
album
mi-
all the way through yet.
The fuck you mean?
I
is
don't
the
listen to
hardest song.
music. I don't listen to his music like that, but I liked it more than Thug's album, and I don't listen to Thug's music like that neither.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I was
Man,
never
like
really a
Gunna-
big proponent of either of them, but
Yeah.
that couple Gunna songs is hot. Like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'd
keep
say
it a band. Like that shit's dope.
Gunna
my
definitely
nigga.
got the better album right now. Gunna got the better album.
All I'm saying is
Drake
was
saved Thug's
have
album.
the same energy for R. Kelly.
I'm waiting for Davies.
Have the same-
I'm
what
waiting
you
for Davies.
mean?
What
I'm
you
waiting for
mean?
Davies' album.
That's
Care
a
about
fact.
the
I'm
music
definitely waiting for
and care about the
Davies'
music and
album.
not care about the man.
Facts.
That's all I'm gonna say.
What you mean? I like R. Kelly music
Oh,
still.
all right,
Bro, you know how many artists we don't listen,
bro.
bro. You care about all artists and what they
A
go
lot
through
of
in
niggas
life?
don't. A lot of niggas be like, "Oh, he did this." I'm, like,
I'm one of them.
To
I,
his shit no
I got my
more.
own shit to go through, my nigga. Let me just listen to your music so it can bring me peace. I don't need to know your baggage that bring me back down, nigga. Nah.
Your
What's the point of
your life story has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, if you can put your life story on a beat, make it sound hot, I'll listen. But I got a life story too, nigga.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel
man.
that. But yo, man, listen. I think it's about that time, y'all. I think
Yeah,
it is
bro.
about that time. We've been here for a little minute.
Yeah,
Know what I mean, I
yeah.
know it's been over.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
I know it's been well over an hour at least.
Yeah, nah, hell yeah.
Know what I mean? So I think it's about that time to wrap it up. You know what I mean? My son Marv is over here trying to sneak these little topics in and all that. Know
Yeah, I
what I
tried
mean?
to sneak them in. The guys,
Shout out to Marv.
they
man.
haven't seen each other in a while, so I had to let them talk and
Yeah,
talk
man.
Shout out to them, you know
football.
what
It's
I'm
all
saying?
good.
Let them chop it up.
So
Good time,
love.
good moments. Good
Yeah,
moments.
man. So listen, man. Listen, about that time. My name is BT. We got the motherfucking squad in the building.
Squad.
It's Burn After Rolling. Follow Chris Cash 215 on IG. Is that right or wrong? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
Chris
good.
Cash 215 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? The Three Bleezies page on Facebook. Follow us. We follow back.
Like it.
You know what I'm saying? We show love too.
Yeah,
like the
man.
live, love
Like
the
it.
live, join the live.
Like the
Mundo,
live,
Mundo.
join the live,
Yeah, man.
feed the live,
Share the live.
be the live.
You
Burn
feel
after
me?
rolling. Mundo,
Yeah,
Mundo.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
And with
whoa,
that,
whoa.
peace and
And
chicken
with that,
grease.
yeah. Stop stealing Deno shit. With that,
Nigga, I ain't steal nobody's shit.
Yo, let's go roll up,
did you
man.
end it? Are you done?